This is all my food prep for the week, 16 meals and snacks. It took me just over an hour to do, so I'm going to show you exactly how I did it in that time. I've been trying to simplify my meal prep a lot. I have been meal prepping for years, but recently I've been trying to make it way more simplified so that it's much easier to get it done in about an hour. And what I've really been liking about this kind of meal prep, apart from the fact that it's more simplified, is that it's high protein and it's ideal for losing or maintaining weight. So it's very customizable with the calories. You can customize this to get anywhere from 1,200 to 1,800 calories, and I will show you how to do that. It's very simple to customize it. But I'm going to show you what we're going to be making. These are some of my current favorites turned into meal prep. They're very good. For breakfast, banana oat toaster muffins with chocolate chips and almonds. For lunch, black bean and tahini wraps. For dinner, teriyaki chicken. And for snacks, the easiest mushroom and tofu soup. It's so quick. It's also super low calorie and high protein. And if you prepped all of this, you'd be getting at least 96 grams of protein for the day. That's basically 100 grams a day. Everything's gluten and dairy free, and I will give you vegan options for anything that isn't vegan. And yeah, as I said, the calories are really customizable. You can get anywhere from 1,200 to 1,800 calories per day. Just to keep with the theme of simplified meal prep, we are not going to be cooking a whole lot of things all over the place. We are going to be sticking to making one meal at a time. And we're going to start with dinner, which is the most difficult thing we're going to be making today. But if you're a beginner, don't worry. This is not even difficult. Once you see how actually simple this is, you're not going to be worried about anything else we're going to be making today. So it's very beginner friendly. This is teriyaki chicken. I can do it in 20 minutes or less, and it's a meal prep classic. You can either use chicken or you can use tofu. It's up to you. You can make teriyaki chicken or you can make teriyaki tofu for a vegan option. Both are good. I've actually made both. Both are nice. So yeah, either one works. We're having rice and broccoli on the side, so just boiling some water to make the rice, washing the rice, and also washing the broccoli. And if you want to stick to the calories exactly for this meal plan, you can use about 2/3 of a cup of dry white basmati rice with 1.5 cups of water. I like to use heated water so that the rice starts to cook faster. It really speeds up the whole cooking process for the rice. Okay, so got the rice going. It's like 15 minutes to cook. We're going to prep some sauce quickly. And if you want to skip over this, you can use any kind of store-bought teriyaki sauce that you like. I like to make my own because then I can get it exactly how I like it and I know exactly what's in it. So yeah, once that sauce is made, everything is going to go very, very quickly, and then dinner is basically going to be done in a few minutes in time for the rice to be ready. Let's make some sauce. I like to make my sauce in a small container with an airtight lid so that I can shake it to mix it. It really helps to get rid of any lumps, you'll see. So I like to start my teriyaki sauce with 1/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce or coconut aminos. That's a nice gluten-free alternative. Then adding in 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of honey, or you can use maple syrup for a vegan option, 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, a tablespoon of sesame oil or any cooking oil, half a teaspoon of ginger powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and that's optional, salt and pepper, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and 1/4 cup of water. And I just put the lid on, shake it up, get rid of all the cornstarch lumps. It's the easiest way that I found to do that. Now I'm getting 2 pans heated on the stove with the rice, spraying a bit of cooking oil into each one, and I've got about 800 grams of chicken breast meat here chopped into pieces, adding that to the one pan and just tossing it around a bit. To the other pan, I'm adding the broccoli, about 300 to 400 grams. You can also add a small amount of water to get it cooking a bit faster, and I just toss that around for a few minutes, add some salt and pepper, and back to the chicken. I add the sauce when I can see that the chicken's like cooked through. It's very low maintenance to cook. Get all that chicken coated in the sauce, and chicken's ready. Broccoli's ready, and so is the rice. So I got all my meal prep containers here, serving the rice out between them, then the chicken, which looks so juicy, so saucy, so good, and the broccoli. And I just add a little bit of extra salt and pepper on top of everything. I also like to add some sesame seeds and also some spring onion. These are optional, but I'll be using spring onion in the snack, so I already have some. And when I already have some, I like to just throw it on. And yeah, you can prep either 4 or 5 days worth of meals for a full work week. I'll have the ingredients for 4 or 5 days on my blog for you. And that is dinner all prepped. So I'm just gonna get the lids on all of these, get them in the fridge, and then we're gonna get started with the next one. This next one is even quicker than this one. Very, very quick and easy. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you might already know that these are some of my favorite sandwich ingredients, black beans and tahini. And I did show you my black bean and tahini sandwich in my most recent What I Eat in a Day video. I'll link that below for you. But right now we are turning my black bean and tahini sandwich into a wrap, because I've discovered that when I take some of my favorite sandwiches and I turn them into wraps, they keep really, really nicely for meal prep. And I can prep all my lunches for the whole week in like 10 minutes. It's very, very quick. So we are gonna open a can of black beans and we are gonna make some wraps. Adding a whole can of rinsed black beans to my bowl and smashing them up quickly with a fork, just very roughly. I like to leave some of the pieces whole for the texture. Then adding in 3 tablespoons of tahini, half a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, half a tablespoon of sweetener, I like to use maple syrup, salt and pepper, and a squeeze of lemon or lime juice, just about half a tablespoon's worth. And I just mix that all up, and I know it looks kind of weird right now, but it does turn out good. It does turn out good. So got a few other fillings for my wraps, some baby spinach, some tomato slices, a bit of onion, that's optional, and some dill pickles, slicing them up. And putting all of that aside for now, I'm heating a pan on the stove. We're heating up some tortillas. I just like to heat them one at a time in the pan for about 10 seconds aside. It's very quick. And everything's ready to put the wraps together. So on top of my tortilla, I'm adding some of the baby spinach, some of the black bean and tahini mix, some tomato slices. I love tomatoes with this. It's probably my favorite thing to have with this. Some pickle slices, not too many. A little bit of that onion, and I'm struggling to wrap it as usual. So I'm just watching a tutorial for the millionth time. The millionth time, I always have to watch a tutorial video. Okay, and there you go. That's a decent wrap. It's a decent wrap. So you can leave it whole for meal prep if you want it to stay fresh for longer. I'm just slicing it in half so you can see what it looks like. And I'm making 3 more, exactly the same. I'm really into wraps right now, so I'm definitely looking forward to eating these this week. It's a really nice meal prep alternative for a sandwich and one of my favorite meal prep lunches right now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, we are preheating the oven. I just preheated my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 200 degrees Celsius, just in case you want to know. And I did that because we are making these banana oat toaster muffins. If you have my meal prep ebook, you might recognize this from week 1. So we are changing it up slightly. We are adding chocolate chips and almonds. I was thinking about it this week. I was like, oh, I haven't made these in ages, and I feel like adding chocolate chips and almonds. Just it's very daring to throw in some chocolate chips and some almonds. But this used to be one of my favorite meal prep breakfasts, and I haven't made it in a really long time. So I was like, I gotta make those again. We're gonna throw these muffins together, get them in the oven, and while they're in the oven, we're gonna prep the snack, which is the last thing we're doing. So we're kind of doing 2 things at once here, but really once the muffins go in the oven, we're not like doing anything with them again. They're just in the oven cooking, and we're free to prep the snack. And then when the snack's done, the muffins will come out the oven, and then we're finished. Then we've done everything. So yeah, that's the plan. For the breakfast muffins, I'm cracking 2 eggs in a bowl, whisking them up, and you can use a vegan egg replacement or chia egg instead. I'll have a recipe for that on my blog. Then adding in 2 bananas, smashing them up just really roughly. And then I'm quickly making an oat flour, which is 1.5 cups of rolled oats blended up. It makes a perfect oat flour, very quick. Throwing that in the bowl with 2 scoops of vanilla protein powder, 2 tablespoons of dark chocolate chips, and I will link the protein powder and chocolate chips that I use below. Then adding in half a cup of almonds chopped up, 4 teaspoons of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 4 teaspoons of melted coconut oil, and 2/3 of a cup of milk. I'm using soy milk, any kind of milk is fine. Mixing that all up. And I'm spooning it into a muffin tray lined with muffin papers. And this batter makes about 12 muffins. They're actually quite big muffins. And sometimes I save a few of the chocolate chips to sprinkle on the top. It's just the finishing touch, you know. And getting that in the oven for about 18 to 20 minutes. All ovens are different, so just check it as it goes. Check it after about 15 minutes. right onto the snack prep. We're making a really quick soup, starting with vegetable broth, about 6 cups of vegetable broth, 1 pack of extra firm tofu chopped into pieces, that's about 14 ounces of tofu, 8 ounces of mushrooms sliced up, 4 tablespoons of soy sauce or coconut aminos, 1 tablespoon of rice wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil or any other cooking oil is fine, 1 tablespoon of tahini, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of ginger powder, and some salt and pepper, and getting that on the stove, stirring it in, bringing it to a boil, and letting it simmer for about 5 minutes or so. And after 5 minutes, adding in 3/4 of a cup of frozen peas. I like to use the really small peas, the petite peas, they got a nice texture. A big handful of baby spinach, and half a cup of spring onion. And I'm just cooking that in for about another 5 minutes, and then it's done. I told you that it was a really easy soup. It's one of the easiest soups that I know how to make. So the muffins are ready just in time, just letting them cool for like 2 minutes on a rack. They look so good. And I'm storing them in containers. It's about 3 muffins per serving per breakfast, so I do like 3 muffins per container. And these are meant to be toasted before eating. I will link a short below on how I like to toast them. It's super easy to do. It's really good toasted. I love toasting them with butter. It's a really nice breakfast to wake up to. And yeah, that is breakfast prep ready. It's a bit of a different kind of a meal prep breakfast, but I really love it. And the soup is ready. It's so steamy, so much steam. I'm serving that up between 4 jars. And these jars are like the perfect size to hold the soup. I will have all the containers and jars that I'm using linked below if you want to see like the sizes and dimensions and stuff. And I have a few extra spring onions left over, so I'm just adding them on top. I like to do really quick meal prep, and then I just do little things to make it look good. Little extra things. And yeah, that is my easy mushroom and tofu soup. So I've been really excited to share this soup with you guys. It's a little snack soup, a little soup snack. Only because it's so low in calories. It's only like 200 calories. And I mean, it's so filling. It's really filling. It's got a whole lot of protein in it. It's got a whole lot of vegetables in there. It's a really good snack. So yeah, I was excited to share this with you guys. Yeah, I'm just gonna put these in the fridge quickly. Get them in the fridge. Okay, so I am gonna show you how I like to heat up some of these meals and snacks in some shorts. The toaster muffins, the teriyaki chicken, and also the little soup snack. I just thought that would be helpful because maybe you want to make some of these, but then you don't know how to heat them up. And I will link those shorts below this video when they're up. And then you can see how I like to reheat some of my meals and snacks. I am going to show you how to customize this meal plan now. It's very easy to customize. But first, I thought I would just let you know all these meals and snacks do work with my point system. So just in case you use my point system, all the meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are all roughly 400 calories or 4 points. And all the snacks, well, the soup snack is roughly 200 calories or 2 points. If you don't know what my point system is, I will link a video about that below. It's basically just a really easy way that I used to count calories when I was trying to lose weight so that I didn't have to count calories. It's just like this little method that I used. I'll link a video about that below if you don't know what I'm talking about. And I also thought I'd let you know that this is part 3 of this type of meal prep that I've done. So I will link part 1 and part 2 below. And basically what I've done is I've made all the calories in all 3 videos roughly the same so that you can mix and match meals and snacks to find meals and snacks that you really like to put together a little meal plan that you like. I will link those videos below. And yeah, that is it. I'm going to show you how to customize this meal plan now. Got my little notepad here. Yeah, and thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I really hope you found it helpful, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, so as I said, all the meals, the breakfast, lunch, and dinner are all roughly 400 calories or 4 points. And the snack is roughly 200 calories or 2 points. And one of the reasons that I do this is so that you can easily customize the total amount of calories for the day. So for 1,200 calories per day, you can have the breakfast, the lunch, and the dinner, and then just leave out the snack. For 1,400 calories per day, you can have the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner, and the soup snack. So just exactly how I prepped it. For 1,600 calories per day, you can have the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner, and the snack, and then just double up the snack to make it a 400 calorie snack instead of a 200 calorie snack. Or instead, you can completely leave out the snack and then just double up the dinner instead. Either of those options will give you 600 calories per day. And then for 1,800 calories per day, you can have the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner, and the snack, and then just double up the dinner. So a double serving of the teriyaki chicken. And yeah, I really hope that helps with customizing the calories.